Hello, person. Show yourself. Yes, you are, Kathleen. Hello, my darling. How are you? I hope you had a good Monday. Hey, girl. Hey. How are you, Miss Tia Marie? I'm good. I'm gonna run some ideas, some late night ideas. I feel like I'm good. I feel like nighttime is when I get ideas. Well, I kind of already had the idea. I found like I want to be a motivational speaker. And I don't know why I'm laughing when I say that because I really do actually want to do it. Um, because I talked to my group last week and it felt so natural and so. Yes, I did, Kathleen. I didn't eat anything all day. I just ate dinner, so that's why my stomach was fine today. If I don't eat during the day, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. But it felt really natural and really good to do that, and like I feel like I just want to take my show on the road. Does that make sense to anybody? Like even have the not necessarily schools, but like churches or like groups like the group that I was in. Um and I've already got the name for it and everything. It would be called Be Still, the Art of Letting Go. And talking about I would, Tia, if someone would book me, I would totally do that. Like, I'm trying to figure out how, like, I don't have any credentials or anything, but I, all right, we're going to get real deep for here for a second. So, I don't know how you guys stand as far as, like, where your spirituality is or if you believe in anything or anything like that. Um, I'm not pushing my faith on anyone, but I do believe in spiritual gifts. I believe that some people just have spiritual gifts and that, those are God-given gifts. I think I have the spirit of discernment where I feel like I get vibes from people. And I think what was so cool about talking in my group is like I did not know any of them, but somehow I knew what to say to each one of them when they came up to me at the end. Like it was weird. I think it might have weirded them out a little bit, but I don't know. I really want to spread that be still message. Like I feel like I have a lot that I could tell people, not necessarily. Oh, excuse me. Not necessarily about like, and I'm an empath too. So like which, when I went on disability, it was kind of like, what am I going to do with my life? Like, I know I can't go back to my old life. And my first thought was I was going to go back to school and be a therapist. But the problem with being a therapist is that I'm an empath. So I really do take on people's vibes and people's emotions, and I want to fix them. And you can't do that as a therapist. Like, you have to be able to step back and realize that people have to fix themselves. So I don't think I would be good at that because I just don't think I have that. Yeah, Tia, I mean, I would love to. I, yeah. I mean, ideally, I would be giving the same talk at different places. Like, that's my only concern about doing it on YouTube. Um, but I think that it's a strong message, like, and not just, I mean, you can definitely look at it from a religious point of view or, a Christianity point of view where be still and know that I'm God is, obviously a verse in, I'm calling it be still, the art of letting go, because be still in Hebrew means let go. It doesn't mean be quiet or be still. It means let go. Um, yeah, yeah, Tia, you're right. But, that whole letting go thing is, I think, really hard for people. And I think that, I have a lot of insight to that. And I have a lot of insight about radical acceptance. And it doesn't have to be a spiritual thing. With me, it is. And I mean, I'm not going to like hide that at all. But I don't know. I feel weird saying, being like, I feel like people could benefit from my wisdom. And I don't, because I don't think I'm a wise person necessarily. I just think that I've been through a lot of crap and come out the other side and come out a stronger person. It's very hard to let go, Kathleen. It's very hard to let go. And I think what I would be talking about most is, it's not necessarily letting go of habits or letting go, it's letting go of the things that burden you. That's my main message is, the ability to be still and let go is about control. And it's about who has control versus who should have control. And like letting people know, because it's something so simple, but it's something that we fight. Human nature fights it. But, because especially me, I'm a type A personality. I had my life planned. I always have had my life planned. From the time I was like 5 years old, I knew what I was going to do with my life. And then, it kept changing. But I always knew. I always had a plan. And to be able, in some things, like the struggle. Exactly, Tia. Exactly. And, like, for me, there's really two parts to it. There's the letting go of control and learning that the only thing in life that you can control, regardless of where you stand religiously, the only thing you can control in life is your reaction to things, your response to things. That's all you can control. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people. You can't control, what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, you can't control any of that. And I think as humans, we try so hard to control everything. And that is something that is very difficult. But at the same time, if you let go of it and just acknowledge that, okay, I can only control how I respond to things, how I do things, how I react. It's so incredibly freeing, and it's so less stressful. And then the second part of that is letting go of things that burden you, letting go of, past things that have been done to you, things that have hurt you, things that have, I've said this before, calcified onto your bones so that you feel like they're a part of you, but it weighs you down, things that you've locked away in a section of your brain that you just don't go to, those things have to be dealt with at some point. But it's to be able to lay them down and let them go and radically accept that you don't have to be okay with stuff that's happened to you. You don't have to like it. It doesn't have to feel right to you, but it happened. And you have to move forward. And the only way you can move forward is by letting go. And just accepting it. Accept that it happened. Accept that it's part of who you are. Accept that it made you the person that you are. And move on. And I think the moving on, I think a lot of us get stuck on that because we don't truly let go. We're like, oh, well, this has made me who I am, and I'm over it. And like, I've heard people so many times be like, I'm over it. And it's like, are you though? Because you've mentioned, that you're talking about something that happened 10 years ago, but you're like, but I'm over it. You're not over it, like, and I'm not saying that you should be over things. Like, there's stuff that's happened to me in my life. You guys, there's two of you in here, but you guys both know that there's stuff that's happened to me in my life that I don't know if I'll ever be over, but I can accept that it was a horrible thing that happened and that it wasn't my fault. Is something I could never come 3 days is the longest. Yeah, Kathleen. Yeah, and that's the thing. It does. Relinquishing that control is so hard because it's against our human nature. Like, our human nature is to control things, is to have our life into control. We don't like feeling out of control. We don't like feeling like we're spinning or like we don't have a handle on what's going on. But you actually gain a lot more by letting go. Hey there, step towards loving your life. Yeah, Kathleen, exactly. And that's the thing, like, when you actually are like, okay, I can't control this. I can only do what I can do. That is so, 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 so freeing. Be like, this is what I can do. You're never letting me. I know. And see, Tia, the thing is, see, and baby, you're like what? I think you're 29, so you're 7 years younger than me. I didn't let anything go for 30 some years. Like, and you have to, because it's not gonna, yeah, Tia, like, none of that stuff, it's just toxic. Like, when you don't let go of something, and when you just kind of harbor resentment, and you harbor ill feelings towards people, and you harbor, this, it grows. It's just like, it's like cancer, it's like the cells are introduced and they get tainted, and then the longer you hold on to it, the more tainted it becomes, and it ends up, it can make you an incredibly bitter person. Exactly, Kathleen. Bitterness spreads. That's exactly what I just said. We're on the same wavelength tonight. um and I was always really good at hiding my emotions, and just not. No, Tia, you can't. You can't, honey. I know you're laughing, but I'm gonna tell you honestly, I used to fantasize about. No, no, Tia, you're right, but you're right. I used to fantasize about payback all the time. Like, I used to fantasize about, like, that's why I pushed myself so hard, because I was always the person that was like, I'm going to succeed in spite of all these people that did me wrong. Like, because statistically, based on what has happened to me, I should not be successful. I should not have had a good career. I should not have done well. I could have ended up a very different person. But my inner drive was, I was such a freaking pit bull about things, that I was like, I'm going to show them all. I'm going to show everybody that I don't need them, that I can be, the best by myself, and I don't need anybody, and I don't need anybody to succeed. And then one day they're going to look back and be like, wow, I, you know, I screwed up, and Jessica's the awesomest, or something. Like, I would just have these fantasies play out where, like, you know, not being like famous, but you know what I'm saying? Like, and people being like, oh man, I should have treated her better. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? What is my name? My name is Jessica. My name is Jessica. What is your name? A step towards loving your life, because I'm pretty sure that's not your name. But yes, that was like my motor. The motor in my head was that I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna persevere. I have to be the best. Oh, thank you. It's, I'm an 80s baby, so there's lots of us out there. Um, but Pawan, am I saying that right? Or is it Pawan? Pawan? um, but am I just talking to myself? You guys are there, right? Like, I feel silly. I feel silly, but I have all these thoughts. And when I have thoughts, I have to talk. So I know you're here, Tia. I know. I know. I know. It's just in my head. Like, this is what the time in my head that gets crazy. Um, but yeah, you do need to let that stuff go, though, baby. You really do. I know you were like missing in action. Everybody was worried about you because we're like, where's Tia? Um, yeah, yeah, Kathleen. I mean, I I get that, Tia. I actually get what both of you are saying. Um, but that those things, like the revenge fantasies and tripping people when they walk by and stuff like that, I know, as silly as it is, like, that spreads seeds of dissent and bitterness in your heart. Because who is that really hurting? You know? By playing out these revenge fantasies in your head, or by being like, ooh, next time I see them. Exactly, Kathleen. Exactly. Because it's not helping anyone. It doesn't help you. It doesn't make you feel better to do that. It doesn't make them feel worse. So really, it's a fruitless activity. Like, it literally bears no fruit. Like, all it does is help that cancer of bitterness and that cancer of ill will spread. And you end up thinking that there's something wrong with you. You're like, God, what is wrong with me? Like, why can't I, why can't I get over this? Why can't I, move past this? But it's like, you have to deal with it. Like, you have to deal with it, face it head on, be like, this happened, acknowledge it, say, I'm not okay with it, but it happened. And the people that, if, somebody wronged you, okay, they wronged me, and I'm mad because they don't even realize they wronged me. Or maybe I feel like I'm entitled to an apology, or I feel like, like, my biggest thing was, like, I always wanted to grow up and go back to my father and be like, look who I am in spite of you, and there's part of me, if I'm being real honest, that still wants that approval from him, because I'm like, what is that? What is that? Because it's not payback. It's almost like I still want my daddy to love me. And that's on me. That's not on him. He made his choice. And, I haven't seen my father in almost 30 years. And as a parent now, I can't imagine, like, for the life of me, having a child that's 30 some years old, 36 years old, that I don't have a relationship with, that I don't know. Oh Lord, Tia. Girl, you're a spitfire. You are a spitfire for sure. I just, I tried to connect with my father through Facebook once, because I was like, and it wasn't, but not with good intentions, not because I wanted to form a relationship with him, but because I wanted him to see, like, my beautiful family and my life. And, because on the outside, it all looked great. Like, on the inside, I was not great, and it was his fault. But, like, what's the point? It's an act of futility, because you can't control anything but you. So me wanting him, like, what I, and, like, when you really sit there and think about it, you're like, what would that accomplish? What would it accomplish if I went and knocked on my father's door, who I have not seen in almost 30 years, and been like, look at me now? Like, what would that accomplish? It would accomplish nothing. Like, it would be awkward. It would be weird. Like, it would be uncomfortable for both of us. Like, it serves no purpose. So that's why you got to let it go. Like, I had to let that go, and it's hard to let go. It's hard, especially when it was as a parent, like, because I don't feel that way. I don't feel like I could ever abandon my family, So when you don't understand something, at least my brain tries, because my brain always wants to understand people's motives and always wants to understand why people do things. So when I can't, I obsess about it. But that's part of letting go, because the only thing I can control is how I react to things. And radical acceptance, the letting go part of it and radically accepting part of it, is knowing that you don't know. You can't get in other people's heads. You're never going to know people's true motives, or what they were thinking when they did something, or why they did it. And you have to be okay with being okay with that. You have to be okay with being okay that somebody did you wrong, or that somebody made a decision that affected your life poorly. You don't have to like it, but you have to accept that it happened, I guess. Oh, it says I have 2 people in here. Who's in here? Is it just Kathleen and Tia? Exactly, Kathleen. That's the thing. When you stew about it and when you let that resentment build and that bitterness build, you are you are allowing them, like, you're letting them win, because they don't care. They're not staying up at night thinking about you and how they wronged you, or they would try to change it. So why would you give them that space in your head? Why would you let them have that, or that space in your heart? Like, that to me is like an ultimate betrayal. You say I'm a better person than you are, Tia, but I'm not, at all. You know, I spent 33 years of my life behind a wall. Like, I didn't cry. I wasn't emotional. Like, I mean, my husband did not even know the stuff that happened to me until these last couple years, because I didn't tell anybody. I didn't talk about anything. I just hid behind these walls, and it's taken, and I'm still not there. I think I'm always going to be, I think you always grow and you always build, and it takes, I don't know. It took 30 years for me to build the walls. From my bio dad, his mom, to my ex-boyfriend. Well, if confronting them makes you feel better, then, I guess go for it. I tend to find that confrontation doesn't actually solve anything. And then you just get more frustrated because they're not responding the way you want to respond. Because once again, the only thing you can control is how you respond to things. So to me, and I have confronted people before, and it's so frustrating, because you're like, why are you not seeing this? Why are you not seeing how wrong you are? I'm right, you're wrong. You need to apologize. You need to make this right. But you know what? Even if they turned around and were like, you know what, Jessica, you were completely right. I 100% wronged you. I'm so sorry. It still doesn't make it better. It doesn't. It still wouldn't make it better, because it still happened and they still did it and they're still capable of doing it. If I don't think consciously to try to let things go. Yes, Kathleen, me too. No matter what they said, I did feel better, like I was able to let go. Okay, well, that's your hello person. I don't read that language. I'm sorry. If that's the way you cope with things, then that's fine. Tia, if that makes you feel better, because that's what it's about. I mean, if it makes you feel better, if you're not hurting anybody by it, and you're not, like, hurting yourself by doing it, then if that's what makes you feel better, then that's what you do. I kind of believe, and I'm kind of in the headspace of, it's not worth my time. I dedicated 33 years of my life from hiding from those things, and but in hiding from them, I literally focused almost all my mental attention on it, or I focused all my mental attention on other things to try to avoid thinking about it, and I was done. Like, at some point you have to be done, and I'm done. I feel better now. It took a long time, but I don't know, I'm rambling. How are you guys? Is it just Kathleen and Tia in here still? And one of you didn't like me. I only have one like. I think it was Tia. Tia, did you not like me? That's okay. You don't have to. I want to be a speaker, Tia. I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know where to start. Like, I would go places for free. Like, I would go talk for free if places would have me. Because that's kind of how I think you have to build. I think you have to build a lot of it with word of mouth. But I don't know who to call. Like, I don't, see, this is where my anxiety keeps me from doing things, because, like, I get these ideas. It's like kind of like Be Still boxes, and why it was on hold for 3 years. Because I get really good ideas, and I stutter start. Like I want to start something and I want to do it, and I know that I could do it, and I know that, you know, I would love to do it, but it's just like I don't know how. I'm afraid to start because I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid that people are going to tell me no, and I don't. And I guess because I'm selling myself as opposed to, like, because I mean, customer service, I worked in retail, people told me no all day and I had no problem with it. But when it's me putting myself out there for rejection, I don't do that because I don't like failing. I don't like failing. I don't like feeling like I'm a failure. So, all right, Tia, you can be my manager. Um, because yeah, I don't. No, that did sound right. It did sound right, Tia. I mean, don't sell me into, like, you know. Okay, good, Kathleen. I just, yeah, I don't, I mean, and this is me just admitting some shortcomings in my own personality. Like, I find it very hard. I start a lot of stuff and don't finish it because I'm afraid of failure. Um, I don't want to be seen as not the best. And it's hard. I'll tell you, YouTube has been good and bad for that because, you know, at first I was growing so fast and I was like, oh my God, like, this is amazing, you know? And now it's slowed down and, like, I haven't gained any subscribers in like 2 weeks. Like, I've been stuck at the same number for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm a failure. Like, nobody likes me. Nobody's watching my videos now. Like, I've hit a plateau. Yeah, Kathleen, I have no problem volunteering. Um, yeah, Tia, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I'm just, since I am a type A personality and I'm a perfectionist, my thing is, like, if I don't know how, if I'm not sure that I'm going to succeed at it, I don't do it at all. And I'm, like I said, that's not a good thing. This is me admitting shortcomings in my own life, in my own personality. Um, I find it very hard to pursue something, even if it's something I love, if I think I'm gonna fail, because I'd rather just not do it at all. My daughter is the same. Tia, my daughter's the same way, and I know she got it from me. Like, she'd rather just not do it at all if she thinks she's gonna fail. And I hate that because you have to fail. You know, you have to fail to learn how to do better. I mean, and it's not like I've never failed at things. Like, I've definitely failed, but for the most part, everything I've tried, I've done well, you know? So then it becomes about, can I be the best in this? And that's where that's where the type A comes in, where it's like, it's not good enough. Yes, failing is terrifying. And then it's not good enough just to be able to do it. I have to do it better than everyone. And I'm a very competitive person. And so I'm like, okay, I have to be better than everyone. I have to be smarter than everyone. I have to be, you know, and not in so much as, like, I don't think that, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, because I might do it and I don't know. I don't try to project that. Like, I don't want people to think that I'm not like, look how smart I am, or look how good I am at this. Like, I don't want that, but I don't know. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to, like, brag, but in my own head, it's like I'm competing with myself, not with anyone else. Does that make sense? I'm literally just bouncing ideas off you guys so when I'm a speaker, I can be like, credit Kathleen J and Tia Marie. I don't do that good. Okay. Because I never want to appear like that. I try so hard to be genuine. Like, I'm not, oh, I'm very matter of fact. Like, I am very matter of fact. Tia, I don't know why you said that. That made me laugh so much, but it did. I'm, how do you say, blunt? I don't like dishonesty. I don't like facade. You know, I can see through that so fast. Very few people can trick me. Very few people can pull the wool over my eyes. Irish diplomacy, right? Um, yeah, just I'm just kind of who I am, you know? Like I just don't have anything to prove. Um, I'm tired of proving myself, I think is what the thing is. Is like I think I tried for so long to prove that I was good enough or prove that I was worthy or prove that I existed and mattered. Like I just can't do that anymore. I just can't. It's exhausting. Like it took so much energy to try to be everything for everybody. And now I'm just being myself. And I mean, I was always blunt, let's be honest. Like he says I can tell people to go to hell in a way that makes me look like that's awesome, Kathleen. I'm using that, by the way. I might steal that. But yes, I'm very blunt. I don't like people that are passive aggressive. It really bothers me. And it's funny because I am very blunt, but I'm also a pacifist. Like, I'm not going to get into a fight with somebody. Like, I don't like fighting. I don't like arguing. I don't really like confrontation because I say my piece and I'm done. You know, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Or if we have a disagreement, I'm totally fine with being told that, like, Jessica, you're being an a-hole, or Jessica, you know, and sometimes I am. And, you know, I think that's why, like, I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends I have, I would literally run in front of a car. Oh God, I hate passive aggressive. Um, like, yeah, I figured that's what you meant, Kathleen. I would literally like lay in the road and get run over by a car for any of my friends because, and they all know that. And the thing is I'm the friend that you come to when you want the truth. I don't blow smoke up people's asses. I'm not going to do that. I never, and see, that's why I never got any further than where I got in like retail, because it's a bunch of kissing ass, and I don't do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do it. I don't think it doesn't look good on people when you do that, I think. I try to, I guess in my life, I try to look at like how other people are, where they get, where they are, how they get where they are. And then I decide if it's worth it or not, you know? Is it worth compromising who I am and my morals, or just who I am as a person in order to get ahead? No, it's not. It just ends up not being. I mean, not to say that I wasn't successful in what I did, but I was successful because I was willing to work harder than everybody else. And now I don't do anything. So there's that. But I don't know. See, I ramble. So I would need a coach. I need to, like, if I'm going to be a motivational speaker, I'm going to have to learn not to ramble so much, because people are going to be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I'm going to need, like, bullet points and, like, a PowerPoint presentation. I know, I do, Tia. I do. And, you know, I'm trying really hard to be satisfied, I suppose, with where I am. Because like I said, I am super competitive, and my type A personality starts coming out. And when I see that my number has been at like 2044, 2045, 20, and then it'll go down to like 2043, then it'll be back up to 2044. It's been that way for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm like, why is the number not moving? I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why are people not watching my videos? Why are people not subscribing to me? Because it has to be it's something about me, you know, and I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I can't just, and that's so aggravating about my personality, that I can't just enjoy the fact that in relation to everything else that I am successful. You know, I can't rest on my laurels, if you will. Like, I'm not that person. It's always like, okay, well, I have 2,000 subscribers now, so now I need 5. Like, I can't ever be satisfied. And that is something I need to work on. That's also about letting go, is learning to be content. You know, being content is, I think I take that for granted so much because the grass is always greener and someone's always got something better and someone's always got this and someone's always got that. And artificially, I know, Kathleen, that had to have been so hard. Like, I can't imagine. Like, you are one of the strongest women I know, just from the personal stories that you've told me and stuff. I applaud you. Like, you are Wonder Woman, and it is when you place your value not on yourself, like yourself as in the person that you are, the caring, compassionate, creative, all those C's, you know, that when you don't put your merit in that and you put your merit in how others see you or how your ability to work or how much money you can make or what you do becomes your identity, then when it's taken away from you, it's earth shattering. Like it completely floors you because you don't know who you are anymore because you were always defined by what you did or you're always defined by how much you made or, you know, and stuff like that. And that's a tricky thing to get over, you know, to not just self-identify as a mom or a teacher or a whatever, you know, but to be like, no, I'm Jessica, you know, and to be content with that. Content with who you are. No, see, don't say that. Don't say that, Kathleen. You're definitely strong. You're definitely strong. Don't act like you aren't. You know you are. You're doing the same thing I do. Like, when people compliment me, I don't believe them. It irritates my husband to no end because I literally cannot take a compliment. Like, I am so uncomfortable with praise because I don't believe it. Because my whole life, hey, Denise, like, my whole life, well, here we go. My whole life, I was told that I wasn't good enough, that I didn't deserve, I don't know, that I just didn't deserve things. I felt, that's why I always felt like I had to prove myself because nothing was ever good enough. I was never good enough. I was never pretty enough. I was never smart enough. So it was like I had to push and push and push and push to prove to myself because of my own low self-worth. And that is something that I still struggle with, like, a lot. I've gotten better in some aspects, but it is an everyday battle. It is an everyday battle because sometimes, like, even with comments on the YouTube thing, I'm like, what are they seeing? Like, that I don't, like, you know, and I know that's so stupid. I know it sounds stupid, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's better to think that than to have an inflated sense of self and feel like I'm better than everybody. But, like, I don't know. I don't know how to not do that. Yeah, TSD, like, that comment, I'm just gonna ignore. Or I say thank you. That's my new thing. I just say thank you. Hey, Premier Hell, how are you doing? We're good. We're talking about being hard on ourselves. Hello, Supreme Kamani. Welcome, welcome. See, Tia, I wish I thought I was a majestic unicorn. Like, freak. That would be so awesome. But, like, I look cute. Thank you. I look dirty. My hair is, like, so dirty right now. Hold on. My child is opening the door. Why are you awake? Okay, baby. We'll go back to bed. Yes, honey. Go get in mommy and daddy's bed then. My child. They don't like going to bed during the summer. But that's the other thing I have to think about, and I think about a lot, and I try, and that to me, that's what I try to, like, focus on, is the fact that there are, exactly, Premier, there are two little people that think I'm, like, the best. There are two little people on this planet that I helped make, you know, that think I'm the awesomest thing ever. And I don't know how long they're going to think that, because at some point you realize your parents are flawed and that they're people and you're like, ugh. But for right now, I can enjoy the fact that everything you hit are just like, even if you don't believe it. Tia, you are the shit. um, yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to do that. It's a struggle to not be hard on myself. I Because I think there's part of me that thinks that that's how I have to be that way because I need to stay humble. And if I start believing everything that everyone says about me, that maybe then I would appear like I'm like a narcissist. And like that's the furthest thing that I want to be looked at as. You know, I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm full of myself or that I'm I'm losing words now because it's late at night. But you know what I mean? Jelly beans. I just want, I don't know. I don't know what I want. How about that? Well, I think humble is all it's cracked up to be, Tia. I think it's a good thing to be humble. Um, Life will humble you. Life will knock you out at the knees and humble you very quickly. Um, I am very humbled, and in awe of how little control I have over things. And that's the whole, see, I come back around to it, to the be still and the letting go. Like, hold on. What did you say? I know what, oh, what you mean. Yeah. Um, yes, Tia. And there is a difference between being self-confident and not being humble. Like, you can be self-confident and still be humble. Um, Being humble is realizing that you can't take things for granted. You know what I mean? To me, that's what being humble means. Being humble means that you don't take your next breath for granted, that you don't take the little stuff for granted, that you don't take, you know, the I love you mamas for granted. I mean, I don't, you can't, that you don't, like, you're humbled by that. I'm humbled at the fact that I have a husband that loves me the way that he does. I am humbled by the fact that I have 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's crazy. And that, like, I have people that actually want to listen to what I say. Like, that humbles me. And I think being humble is important. Because one, I am a woman of faith, and I do believe that the meek shall inherit the earth. You know, the first shall be last, and the last gets a crown. Um, I don't like when people take it to compliments. What? Oh, I know, Kathleen. That's the thing. I have no self confidence. Like, I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, it's, I don't know how to explain that. But yeah. I mean, I think you're supposed to be humble. So, but there is a difference between being self-deprecating and being humble. Like, if I say you're beautiful, I mean it. If I didn't, I thought you weren't, I would be like, you've got a great personality. You have a great face for radio. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Um, Tia, you're insane. It's true though. Like, that is so true. You're like, well, you have a great personality. Have you guys ever seen like somebody's baby and they weren't like what you thought they were gonna look like, and you're like, oh, they're so cute. Like it's hard to say because you're like, oh gosh, no. Oh my gosh, yeah. I used to think that my daughter was like the most beautiful newborn, and then I had my son, and I was like, oh heck no. Hey Leah, how are you? I was like, oh no, no. She looked, so, I mean, because she was 7.5 weeks premature, so yeah. Our uh, what a cute outfit. Like what I'm wearing? I'm just wearing a t-shirt. You talking about somebody else? I don't think you're talking about me. We are all the people. We are all the people, Premiere. What's your real name? So I don't keep calling you Premiere Hell. Yeah, same here. My daughter's really cute now. Oh, yeah. See, neither mine were both C-sections, so they didn't have cone heads, but like Harper was really DJ. Okay. Harper was really premature, so she just looked kind of like a potato, like a hot potato. You know what I mean? Like just a little too like a potato that wasn't quite finished baking. Like she just had grumpy old man face. But she's beautiful now, so. And she grew out of it by like 6 months. She was super cute. Beckett, on the other hand, has been gorgeous since the day he was born. He is just like ridiculous looking. So, and always has been. He has always looked like that. I keep waiting for him to have like that ugly phase. Um, yes. Okay. Hey, you know what? Whatever works, Kathleen. Yes, you know, and some like when people have really skinny babies and they look like aliens. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, when people have skinny babies, I'm like, ooh, because there's nothing better than a chubby baby. Oh my God, my sister's little boy, who is just 6 months old and weighs almost 20 pounds, he is so chunky. Like, he's so fluffy that his little hands, all you can really see are like little fingers because his fat rolls on his arms are so big. Oh my God, like, it's just like, like you just want to stick his foot in your mouth and just chew on it. It's so cute. Yeah, he's the most adorable. Yes. Yes, like it's just so juicy. And his little face is so round and it like makes his mouth all poofy. Oh my gosh. And he has black eyelashes and the bluest eyes. Oh my gosh. He's a gorgeous child. Gorgeous, gorgeous child. So, he doesn't like my husband though, which I think is hilarious. They won't, are you saying they won't go to sleep? Because I know that feeling too. I'm pretty sure my kid just got in my bed, which means I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. Because I can't get them out of bed. Once they're there, they're there. So, that's my life tonight. No, see, Tia, that doesn't work because then my daughter will never fall asleep. Like, she is so, not gullible, but she just, ugh. Yes, I love chubby babies. Yeah. Neither, and you know what, from the beginning, neither of my kids have been good sleepers, and I hate it. Like, I got so jealous of my sister because both her kids at like 6 weeks started sleeping through the night, and I was like, what? Like, my kids are 4 and almost 8, and they still don't sleep through the night. Yeah, yeah, my 4-year-old still sleeps with us because we just gave up. We gave up. Like, it's just not, it's just not worth the fight. Like, because we try to put him in his bed. Oh, 4.5 and 6, so they're really close to my kid's age. Yeah, mine little boy just turned 4, and my little girl will be 8 in October. We only got her out of the bed by having another baby. So she stopped sleeping in our bed around 3.5, because that's when I had Beckett, and now we're stuck with this one. Sometimes we have both in our bed. And lucky we have a king size bed, because otherwise, but it's still, it's like, what, can I have the space back, please? Well, Tia, you're an awesome, I don't know, my kids have always fought sleep. Like, yeah, my kids have always fought sleep. They still fight it. Harper not so much anymore. Like, she's starting to get to an age where, like, if you tell her to go to bed, she'll go to bed, but she still wakes up during the night. And you have to tell her to go back to bed. Like, one time I got up and she's just like up watching TV. It's like 4 in the morning. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I woke up. And I was like, you have to go to school in like 3 hours. You need to go back to sleep. And she's like, I'm not tired. I'm like, you are tired. Shut up. Go to bed. I'll make you tired. But, so yeah. Motivational speaker. You guys have any ideas, thoughts? You know, DM me. send me an email. Tia is my manager now, apparently. I just have this gates. Yeah, no, my kids figured out gates, and my son would just push on them until I fell, because he's super strong. Because we had one when we lived in a townhouse because we had stairs, and he just would push on it until it fell. Yeah, and then if they're awake, you have to be awake. Like, it's not like you can. Yep. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's happened to me too. Uh, so Tia's gonna be my manager, and I'm gonna start doing motivational speaking. If she can find me some gigs, because that's the part I'm not good at. Watch Tia. I'm totally cool with like driving around. Like, if I could get places that would like, oh yeah, you gotta love them. That's why they're cute, so you won't kill them. And that's why they smell so good when they're babies. Like, if places would just like compensate me for gas, I would go wherever. Like, well, you know where I live, Tia, and you know what I want to talk about. So I don't know what your excuse is now. You should know everything. So yeah, so I've been here for almost an hour, so it's probably gonna be time to go soon. But I've enjoyed talking to you guys. Had some newbies in here, or some new, not new, like, I mean, I've had Premier, like, DJ, I've had you for a while. Yeah, I would love to talk a woman's shelter, like anything like that. The legwork part exhausts me, and that's because I have an anxiety disorder. Oh my gosh, Tia, don't sell me on the wrong thing. Oh, Tia, come on now. You gotta, we gotta be on the same page, baby. You'll have me talking about like something crazy. Um, you're an oldie. You're not an oldie. I'm way older than you. Like, you're the same age as my sister. And my sister is 7 years younger than me, so you is young. Yeah, Premiere, I go live. I have a scheduled live every Wednesday. Oh, you're an old, oh, okay, Tia, I get you now. I do a schedule live every Wednesday at 7:30 Central. Um, I don't know, Kathleen. See, I don't know anything about it. I know you're not new. Oh my gosh. But I'm probably not going to be doing that this Wednesday because I am going to Birmingham to meet up with another YouTuber. You are older than dirt. No, you're not. Stop. But usually I'm live on Wednesdays, and then every once in a while, if I'm just at night and I have lots of thoughts in my head, I get on live and just kind of ramble. You are an OG, Tia. You are, like, I think you, like, subscribed to me, like, maybe the first week that I was on YouTube, so I think Kathleen, too. But yeah. So, on that note, I think it's about time. Oh my God. So, in Mississippi, we have OG, original gangster. In Mississippi, we have flying cockroaches, and one just flew really close to my head. I used to live in New York, and those cockroaches are disgusting, but did not scare me as much because they didn't fly. These things freaking fly, and they like zoom past your head. Nope. Nope. Well, Tia, is Ashley still awake? We could do a group call on Hangouts. I'm sorry, I'm staring at this. There's a cockroach outside. And it's staring at me like it wants to eat me. So I kind of want to stay on here for just a minute longer. Well, if she's asleep, don't wake her up. Come on now. I'm like watching this cockroach. Ooh, did you hear it? It just hit the door. Guys, if I disappear, the cockroach ate me. I don't know where it went. I think there's more than one. Oh, the joys of the South. The South, guys. Oh my God. Okay. I know. I need the man in DJ. Oh my God. Like, we just have so many bugs down here. It's so gross. Ugh. Like, that's what I miss about Washington the most, is there was like no bugs. It never got warm enough for bugs. Here is bug central. Like, we have mosquitoes that are like freaking this big, and flying cockroaches and spiders and ugh. Ugh. Oh my God, did you hear it? Do you guys want to see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? Yeah, that's what these are. That's what these are, Kathleen. Did you see it? I don't know where it went. No, you didn't see it. Oh my God. Oh God, it keeps flying by my head. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, it's right here. Look. Did you see it? Did you see it? You live in Washington, TJ? Where in Washington? I lived in Vancouver. Oh my God, shut up, Tia. That's not even cool. You're not funny. That's not funny. You want me to stay on here, you better be nice. Oh gosh. I keep spraying myself with bug spray, but it doesn't like take care of the cockroaches. Palmetto bugs is a very nice name for them. Lord Jesus, I'm gonna get eaten. Oh, no, that's not a big, that wasn't a big one. That we have bigger ones. I'm just trying not to call them down from the heavens. Yeah, the palmetto ones, they're like this big. They're like half your face. Yeah, like this. And they fly. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I think ladybugs are the extent of bugs that I like in my life. Because ladybugs are friendly and sweet. Oh, I hear it. Guys, this is turning into like a good... No Drama Make a Mama versus the cockroach. Guys. I like lightning bugs. I hear it rustling over there. Dude, if I get eaten by a cockroach, what if one landed on my face? No, DJ, no, DJ. That's its song. Don't call it song. I don't need it to hear its siren song. Oh, you lived in Central Washington? It is beautiful there. Oh my God. So beautiful. The most beautiful place I've ever lived. I lived in Vancouver and I worked in Sherwood, Oregon, which is like just outside of Portland. I know, it is turning into a Blair Witch kind of thing. And now it's like too quiet and it's freaking me out even more. Oh, nope. Oh my God, it keeps flying by my head. Oh my God. Okay, now it's like beating against my house. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh God, it's so, okay, that one is big. That was not the one I showed you. Do you hear it? Oh my God. Can you hear it? Larry's awake? How do you know Larry's awake? I have bare feet. It's just crawling on the ground now. It's my guest host. Yeah, we have lightning bugs all over. We had a lot in Maryland too. Is Larry awake? How do you know when he's awake? Oh, girl, I could be out here screaming my lungs off. He's not gonna wake up. Oh my God, there's more than one. Okay. Stop obsessing about the cockroaches, Jessica. They're just flying bugs, just minding their own business. They're outside, they're not inside. Right? That's what this has turned into. Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. We have an exterminator, DJ. We have a guy that comes every month and sprays around the house and everything. Like we don't have any bug problem inside. Like there's never any bugs inside, but I mean they can't control I mean I don't think they get rid of, like, I mean I've never seen anything in the house bug wise, but the flying cockroaches this time of year, they're just out and about. I just don't want one near me. Like, I don't, if they just like keep their distance, it's fine. But don't get in my hair. Don't get on my neck. Or I hear it. I hear it. It's trying to scare me with its sound. Now, on the other hand, guys, spiders, I would have already been off here by then. Like, I freaking hate spiders. Like, I am petrified. Like, I have arachnophobia. Like, I will freeze up. I once, when I lived by myself, so many conditions, right? There was this giant spider in my house. I threw like a tub over it and called my dad, and he made him drive 30 minutes to come kill it because I was so terrified that it was gonna like eat me in my sleep. I don't like things that have too many legs or not enough legs. So I don't like snakes or slugs, and then like centipedes and millipedes and spiders and bugs in general. Oh, he's coming over here. I see him. He just walked right by me. Oh, now I can't see him anymore because he's in the dark. Just stay on the ground. Stop flying. I don't mind them if they stay on the ground. I just don't want them to fly in my face. Guys, this is stressful. Okay, I haven't seen that. No, Denise. Don't even know who Billie Eilish is, really. I'm just not with it. I'm not. Yes, but sloths have creepy faces. That's my problem with sloths. They have really, really creepy faces. Like, they just have that, there's something about their faces that bothers me. Girl, you've seen a palmetto bug. You know that they would smack right through a fly swatter. And they'd walk away going, and keep in mind, I used to live in New York City, too. Well, thank you for telling me. I will never, ever watch that now. Never. Like, ever. In a million years. Ever, 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 ever. Please. Yeah, you know, when we lived in, it is a little peeping Tomish. When we lived in Washington, there was no mosquitoes. Like, I guess because where we lived, like, it just never, because it always got cool at night. And mosquitoes breed in, like, and it doesn't really rain a lot in Washington in the summer. So they breed in, because here it rains all the time in the summer. So they have lots of little pools to breed in or whatever. But really, in Washington, it barely rains until... Yes, Kathleen, because New York cockroaches look like they're armored. Like, they are, like, this big. And they literally look like they have plates of armors on. They almost look like armadillos stretched out. Like, they're giant. Yeah, like I didn't think, like, I don't think I got one mosquito bite at all. Right, Tia. Okay. I think the danger has passed. I think I'm free and clear now. Tia, don't hate me. But I think I have to go now. And only because I have to get up early, not tomorrow morning, but I have to get up early the next morning. So I want to kind of condition myself to go to bed at somewhat decent hour, because since I have to drive to Birmingham on Wednesday, like, I can't be foggy. But I love you. I love all of you guys. Don't ... me. Don't ... me. Yeah, true. They are. Right, Kathleen. I know you're an OG, Tia. I know you are, sweetheart. I just... Call Natoma. She's up, working. Alright. I think it's time for me to go inside before they all come and get me. Oh, so many ellipses. So many ellipses. I love you, Tia Marie, and I love you, Kathleen. And I love you, Denise, if you're still in here. And I love you, DJ. So everybody, let's all take a deep breath and breathe it out and be still.